pebbles. Now, let me tell you something that happened. I wrote this information down in the notebook so many years ago. And I went on the internet. I wanted the details. I couldn't get it. But I remember the incident. Many years back, there was a plane crash that so many people died. What happened was, the plane was taking off on the runway. And there was a tiny, tiny, tiny object. A pebble, whatever, very tiny object that was on a runway. It wasn't really so much a pebble, but it was a tiny object that was on the runway. And as the plane was taxiing and the wind was blowing, the object went into the engine of the plane. A tiny object on the runway, and it went into the engine of the plane. And the plane was this time flying. Nobody knew that a tiny object had entered the engine of the plane. You know what happened? The engine failed. The plane crashed. Incidentally, both engines failed because of a tiny, tiny thing that was right there. Nobody saw it. The pilot didn't see it. The airport staff didn't see it. But it was there. It was an encumbrance. It was a pebble. It was small but dangerous. Now there are two ways that Paul said we should watch. Two ways to use. Let us strip off and throw aside every encumbrance. He used the word wait. And then he used the word sin. He used the word wait. And he used the word sin. Let me explain the difference. The human spirit and the human soul is created when we have a relationship with God to always be elevating, to be an upward level. But things can happen in our lives that will pull down our soul instead of elevating our soul. The things that pull down our soul are weights. And these weights are not things that we would normally classify as sin. This weight sometimes has to do with relationships. Let me tell you something. There are some relationships that you need to what? Severe. If you are going to survive and manifest sonship, there are some people you have to delete out of your life. Am I communicating? There are some people that you have to what? Delete out of your lives, and they include friends, relatives. Now, I'm not saying they become enemies, but don't give them space. Don't give them space. Don't make them to be the focus in your life, because they are weights that will destroy your destiny. I'm being honest with you. It can be your own brother, your own sister, and it's not that you don't talk to them. That's not what I'm saying. But don't allow them to become distractions to your life. Negative influences. Negative influences. Many women have destroyed their marriages because of wrong relationship. Any woman who tells you to leave your husband, let me tell you the truth. She's jealous. She may have money, but she doesn't have what you have. Even if your husband is committing adultery, pray for him. Even if your husband is committing adultery, do what? Pray for him. Don't say, I'll pack my bag and leave. Okay. You pack your bag and leave. What guarantee do you have that then, first of all, you even get somebody to marry you? What guarantee do you have? Number two, what guarantee do you have that even this second person who say, oh, leave your husband, I'll marry you, will not be worse? Let me tell you, I've said it before. Men by nature are polyamorous. The word poly means many. Amorous speak about amor, Latin, love. Men have that nature. A man is an aggressor. That's why animals, the male, they're aggressors. But Jesus makes the difference. Men are polyamorous. That's what the male instinct is. The genetic predisposition. His eyes are, my man's eyes, move here, move here, move here, move here, move here. Whether he's white or black, men have that predisposition. And it is only Christ and inner discipline that makes a man focus and be faithful to his wife. And let me tell you something. Men do not commit adultery because they don't love their wives. Men commit adultery because of lust. They love their wives. But lust. It's not because they don't love their wives. It's because of lust. Now, I know that most women will not be happy with me. How can he meet another woman if he really loves me? Look, he loves you, but the old man, the Adamic nature, is what is drawing him. By the time he finishes with that woman, he's finished with her. Am I encouraging men to commit adultery? I'm not. And let me tell you something. This thing, men are doing it, so women can also do it. Let me tell you. The consequences on women are far worse. When unwanted pregnancy comes, the man can deny, the woman cannot deny. True or false? Can a woman deny unwanted pregnancy? She can't. So at the end of the day, women suffer more. They suffer more from these things. So don't say because my husband is doing it, I'm also going to do it. No. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Pray for him, and God will help him to come out. True or false? Don't say you want to leave the marriage. Don't say you want to leave the marriage. Don't leave your marriage for any woman. Your husband is your husband. Pray for him. He has weaknesses. He has problems. Pray for him. If you're looking, as you are living, there's a lineup of other women who are ready. The moment you leave, they say God has answered our prayers. You don't know. Especially when he has a good job. Especially when he has some small money. The lineup is long ago. Say, you, who will marry you? You are telling your husband, you, a man like you, who will marry you? Now, there's a long lineup of single women who are praying that some woman will walk out on her husband so they can catch. Forgive me for my language. I'm being uncooked, but I'm just being realistic. You know why Oyibo women leave their husbands when they commit adultery? I'll tell you the simple reason. Because of alimony. Because of alimony. When the woman, look, when a woman commits adultery, the man commits adultery, and they go to court. First of all, the house is there, children are there. The first person the court will say, you man, quit. You understand? The man is the one who will leave the house for the woman and the children. But which court? So once you leave, you are packing your luggage. Abroad, the woman doesn't pack luggage. She makes a phone call, contacts the lawyers, and they put you out. Number two, you pay alimony. Every month before your salary touches your hand, government has taken at least 1/3. If you have children, sometimes as much as 2/3 of your total pay and given to the woman and the children. Do they do that to Nigerian men here? You go to court, the court will say that give her 20,000 at the end of every month for the upkeep of the children. So when you see Oyibo women doing this thing, don't say I want to do it. Oyibo women do because it is at their advantage. The richer the man is, the higher money she gets. The richer she is,